Hi folks, welcome to Bloomsday 2020, my attempt to kickstart a Bloomsday festival based here in Kentuckiana around Louisville, hence the Lou and the 502 and all that stuff in the logo. As you can see, I'm a big fan of Ulysses, so much so that this is not the first, second or third Ulysses shirt that I've owned. But hopefully you'll learn a little bit about it. I've been following this book for years, and this is sort of an intro to Ulysses in this series that I'm going to do of chapters. Now, you might ask, why am I doing that? Why do I care for Joyce so much? One of my big things about Joyce is that basically any Egypt can manage him. He is very literary if you want to go down that road, and also he is filled with fart jokes and silliness and humanity and a true understanding of what it is to be from multiple different perspectives. He doesn't love every character in his book, but he gives them the respect they're due, even when they're horrible people. The main ones are actually pretty cool people. Leopold Bloom is a delight at all points. He is the quintessential everyman by nature of him being an outsider. One of the things I love about the book is also that you don't have to be an academic to enjoy it. Academics, I know, have been able to make nothing of the book, and ordinary plain people, be them Irish or from elsewhere, have loved it. It's not a book that's necessarily for everybody, but having an academic background doesn't matter. One of the world's foremost publishers on Joyce and respected authorities is a guy called Fritz Senn, who's now 92. He's a Zurich-based proofreader, but his love of Joyce kind of surmounts any lack in academia. So I'm going to give you an idea of how I'm going to tackle this. All these videos are aimed at being approximately 5 to 6 minutes long, maybe a little bit shorter, hopefully not any longer. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go through a list of what's going on, which is basically, if you like, Joyce's schema. So the book is broken into 3 separate parts. So what I'll do is at the beginning of every video, I'm going to tell you the episode and the name, or the chapter and the name, the time that Joyce had it set, the scene that he sets, and give you a little bit more elaboration on that scene, the color, the technique used, the narrative technique used, correspondences between aspects or people in the book and aspects or people in the original Odyssey, the science or art that he explores in it, and the meaning that he has for the chapter. In many of the chapters, he has an organ that we refer to specifically, and he also has a number of symbols that he wants to talk about or use or exploit. I'll then give you any other significant characters that you should know about, and I'll start the plot with the quote of the first couple of lines in the chapter. After that, I'll give you a couple of favorite quotes from the chapter that I have, and then we'll go through odds and ends. Different episodes, there'll be different things I want to talk about. It really is ultimately, what do I feel like talking about? Because this is the thing about Ulysses. I base the beginning of each video on Joyce's schema that he needed to use to keep track of all the things he wanted to talk about. But ultimately, it's for you. It is a book for you to read on your terms. If you are enjoying a chapter, enjoy it. If you are having difficulty, skip it. They're episodic, literally by the name. They build to a total, but I know many people find the first 3 chapters, particularly the third, hard going. So I would say, if you're finding chapter 3 hard going, skip it. Nobody's going to hate you for it. And yeah, you're missing bits and pieces, but also you're not making yourself hate the book. I picked that one in particular because I know it upsets people. Mine was Nausicaa, but that's another day's discussion. I think that's pretty much what I need to tell you right now. The plan is that we'll have one video in the morning and another in the afternoon on weekdays. For the first couple of days, I'm going to give you all other background stuff like biography of Joyce and explore maybe his publications, things like that. This is just a really basic, bare intro. These aren't meant to give you an idea of everything about the book. If you want to get an idea of everything about the book, read it. Reading the book is going to give you more than I can manage in these short summaries. And, you know, there's so much more than that. Frank Delaney did a Ulysses podcast. He died before he got through it. He got up to his 9th section of chapter 10, but he died back in 2017, so he never finished it. There are some great resources. I've been using the Ulysses guide online. Where's the name of it? I'll give you the proper name of it. I've been using the ulyssesguide.com and joyceproject.com and the book itself, a couple of different editions, and a silly little book that I picked up called Romping Through Ulysses, because I don't have time to read every chapter before immediately presenting each summary, so I'm going to pick bits and pieces. Other than that, thank you for watching. Subscribe if you like if you want. And if you really are enjoying this and the other stuff I do, I'm doing videos on Greek theatre. I've done a load on Irish theatre history. I'm planning on doing Ibsen because everybody who knows me knows I'm planning on doing Ibsen. There's a link in the comments, or not in the comments, in the description to my Patreon page. I'm just launching that this week. So please do join in. I would love to be paid something for this. All these videos take, outside of the reading of it, roughly an hour to prepare, to get the notes together, to get all the bits and pieces and rehearse and what have you. So if you can subsidize this, even a tiny amount, $1 a month, God, that'd be amazing. That'd make my life, you know, a step better. And if 300,000 people did that, $1 a month, I would be able to buy a first edition copy of Ulysses and bring it here to Kentuckiana to display for all big Joyce fans. If you are a Joyce fan, please join in, say your bit. There's plans for doing loads of different things. But for now, I'll leave it at this. Thank you for listening and thank you for watching the whole way through. Hope to talk to you soon. I hope you enjoy this. Bye.
Those girls, those lovely seaside girls, all dimples, smiles and curls, your head it simply whirls. They look all right, complexions pink and white. They've diamond rings and dainty feet, golden hair from Regent Street, lace and grace and lots of face, those pretty little seaside girls.